Hey guys, I'm Hayden. Welcome back. Today on the Fitness Sports YouTube channel, we're starting a deep dive into the shoe brands that we carry here. Today, the first one that we're doing is HOKA. So HOKA here, started in 2009 in France, is a newer company compared to something like a Nike or Brooks that was created way back in the day. They are known for their thick midsoles and soft, kind of under the foot sensation when you're walking and running. So the company was started by some ex-Salomon employees who wanted to create shoes made for downhill running, hence the super soft, thick midsole, the lower drop. It's gonna take pressure off the joints when you're downhill running. So they created these shoes and they were super popular for ultra marathoners at first because they're going through crazy steep downhills. Obviously they need a really light, breathable shoe on their foot, just like a HOKA, because a HOKA, obviously you have that thick midsole, perfect for keeping it easy on the joints for like an ultra marathon, and then obviously super light and breathable. If you're running 20 hours, you kind of need that. And then it started to gain popularity with other runners as well. That's how the HOKA company was made, is creating shoes off thick, soft midsoles and lower drops compared to some other brands. And it's done super well. So the HOKA name is actually from the Mari language phrase, and it means to fly. And then on another note, HOKA was acquired by Deckers Brands and is now based out in California. Okay, so obviously HOKA made these big, oversized, soft midsoles popular. Brands like Asics with the Nimbus are going to that now, along with a like New Balance 1080 to a degree. So a bunch of brands are kind of going to that framework because of how well it's done for HOKA. The increase of these big bouncy soles, there's some questions about how sustainable they are for your legs and joints in general. Because a softer shoe is gonna make your legs work less hard, it's easier on your joints, it's easier on your legs, etc. Your legs kind of rely on that softer foam to get by if you've been wearing them for a few years. With the old shoe models, how they were so firm, it obviously like made your legs work harder. Like lower stack height, you're a lot lower to the ground. There's just not as much there under your foot. Your legs have to work harder in order for you to run, walk, etc. So these big bouncy shoes is, to a degree, it's kind of weakening your legs. Now, obviously, some people need it, like the elderly, people that are on their feet all day, like this shoe is gonna be perfect for that. But to a degree, there is some questions about how sustainable it is for just an everyday runner. That's something where you can go into like getting a shoe rotation, like getting a firmer shoe along with the HOKA, say with a little bit more drop, helps to kind of switch things up in your feet and your legs and put something different under your feet every day. That's gonna be super healthy for your feet. So with these downsides I talked about, HOKA is still a great brand and has some great shoes. With that softer midsole, it's gonna be easier on your joints. It's gonna allow you to run a little farther, walk a little farther, like obviously just generally easier on your body. It's a great brand. I love their shoes. And so along with this, they also sponsor some pro teams and some pros. Not as much as some other brands, but they have a pro team called HOKA Naz Elite in Flagstaff, Arizona. And they also sponsor some pros like Louis Grijalva, Chrissy Gear, Narve Nordas. So they're pretty involved in the pro circuit. Okay, so some people that I am frequently selling HOKAs to are, I have elderly folks or people that are on their feet all day that kind of need that extra support and cushion, like hospital workers. And then I also have my runners and walkers that just kind of like a softer shoe under their foot. Maybe they've been having some joint problems or some knee problems and kind of want a softer lower drop shoe under their foot. HOKAs are gonna be perfect for both people. All right, now we're gonna get into the shoes that we carry here at Fitness Sports. So we're gonna have the HOKA Clifton. This is the bread and butter neutral shoe. Uber soft. There is nothing really to complain about this shoe. The upper is super breathable and keeps you in tight. The midsole feels like a cloud. Very nice roll. One thing that is a little different with HOKAs is they have a rocker to them. And what that means is in the midsole here, there's a rocker that kind of rocks you forward as you walk. And so that makes it a little bit more comfortable heel to toe. for you walkers and runners. I think especially for you heel strikers, that's something that makes HOKA super comfortable, is because it has such a smooth ride from heel to toe. All right, so next shoe that I've got right off my foot is the HOKA Bondi. So this is kind of a behemoth of a shoe, but it's a great one. It's from HOKA's neutral lineup. It's gonna have a little bit of a higher stack height than the Clifton, but it's gonna have that soft foam, gonna have that rocker. So this is one that, especially if you're on your feet all day, or really need a super supportive shoe for your joints, this is gonna be great. Okay, so now we're gonna get into HOKA's stability shoes. This guy is the HOKA Arahi. It released a little bit ago, and it's great. Stability shoes in general are gonna be a little firmer and a little bit more rigid, just because it has to be under your foot if you're overpronating or supinating. And this guy's on the softer side, which I like because I don't think there's enough softer stability shoes. So I really like this guy. Still has great control for you overpronators and supinators. I think this is a great shoe that if you like a soft shoe but you need to be in a stability, this guy's great. So this guy is the HOKA Gaviota. This is also in HOKA's stability lineup. This is pretty similar to other stability shoes because it is firmer and more rigid. I like this guy a lot because it does have a wider toe box compared to the Arahi, so it lets your feet splay out a little bit. And I really like it about this shoe. So this one to me feels a little bit lower to the ground and a little bit more stable. So for a stability shoe, I think they hit it out of this park with this guy. So along with the shoes that I showed you guys here today, HOKA also has some faster shoes in their lineup. These are the Mach X, or the HOKA Cielo is their marathon shoe. So if you want a faster shoe under your foot, maybe it also has a plate in it, those two shoes are maybe worth getting into. Okay, today you guys all took a deep dive into the HOKA brand with me. Thank you guys for following along all the way to this point in the video. I invite you guys to check out some of our other videos on the Fitness Sports YouTube page, and I'll see you guys next time.